What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Steam Deck OLED gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're going to do ourselves some Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered. Now, I'm just going to say this right now. I think if you've got a Steam Deck, an Ally X, or something like my Firebat mini PC, I don't think I would bother trying to upgrade to this. Because I have a sneaking suspicion it's going to take a very playable, decent looking game on the Steam Deck Ally X and Firebat mini PC and turn it into an unplayable nightmare. That's just my guess. Or, even if we can get it running, we're probably gonna have to tone everything down so far that it's gonna probably honestly look worse than the original did. That's just my guess. Maybe it'll surprise me and it'll be like better looking, still be able to hit 30 FPS no problem everywhere, and so on and so forth. We won't know till we get in there. But that's just my guess of what's gonna happen and my recommendation right off the rip. But hey, maybe all that will be, proven wrong in a couple seconds here. But let's not waste any more time. Let's go try to hop into the game and let's go find out if we can. This might not even run. It might just fail to load into the game for me for whatever reason. We'll have to see. All right, so here we go. Here's the settings we're gonna run. Basically just sat here for a while figuring out what works and what doesn't. And it starts out with ultra performance FSR, which doesn't really do anything for FPS other than make it get, basically the same FPS, but look way worse. That's the best way to put it. Don't bother with frame gen either, because unless you're already getting 60 plus or around 60, it doesn't really help. It just makes you get a FPS counter that says you're getting around 60. But anyway, let's go run a quick benchmark real fast, then we'll go get ourselves some gameplay. All right, so here's the FPS we got. Now, originally we got like 38. But we got, 35 average, 73 max, 9 minimum. And yeah, CPU, GPU, actually all seems to be pretty even this way too. But in any case, I'd say that's more than long enough. Obviously, if I went too fast, you can obviously give it a pause and read a little longer, but it's time for us to get into the game. All right, here we are, beginning of the game. Now, this game does unfortunately suffer from some big stutters from time to time. And as wonky as it looks, I went back and looked at my old footage, it still looks a little bit better than the old footage did, even on like favorite quality and whatnot. But it's far from perfect. Like I said, very stuttery, and there are drops down in the teens, even single digits, I think, towards the beginning here. But it is what it is. I'm sure there's plenty of people that would be more than happy to play it like this. I thought this was going to be like 10, 12 FPS no matter what I did, but I was very wrong.
She's an outcast.
Though I still think a lot of people would probably be happier with the old game. The old game got more FPS. This one just looks a little better. I believe the old Steam Deck got like 43 or 42 or something FPS. And with the game like all on maxed out without no FSR or anything. And it still has some weird FSR things when you're like got it all blown up like that. Hey, here's what I was talking about. All the way down to 5 FPS during this part. That's a little game breaking in my opinion, but some people might not give a shit since it's just a cutscene. I mean, I don't care about cutscenes FPS too much, but when it goes that low, that's a little brings you out of the game a little in my opinion. But hey, that's just me. All right, now it's time to explore this cave. I still remember this. Plus, I think when I did the original video, I went and redid this over and over again, but maybe I just kept going with the game. Can't remember. It's been a while.
Some kind of cave? Ugh, there were rats down here. Looks tight. But I can get through.
Oops. I tried to crouch and then I fell down here. Oh well, what else is down here? I think this just loops back around to where I was. That way it doesn't matter which way you go, you end up where you need to go, but yeah, it is. Oh well, it was worth a shot. Let's go back and crawl under there and get into the little laboratory thingy. Alright, X, there we go. Wow, the cave has really been like, hey, guess what, facility? I'm taking you back over. All of you is going to be rock now. Or I guess the proper term would be all of you will be rock now. But whatever. We're just making a funny video here. I don't think too many people care about grammar. At least not in my videos. I've seen some grammar Nazis in other comments. I don't think I've ever seen anybody really comment on anything I've said. Even on my funny made-up words that I love to make up from time to time. Oh. There it goes.
There's something up ahead. What's that? A dead person. There's something shiny.
Ah, she found the weird little thing that lets you see in the air.
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie, that would even kind of creep me out if I was just like, hey, what's this thing? And then all of a sudden I saw all that. Probably not as creeped out as someone with primitive technology like that, but I'd still be like, damn surprised.
Lights. Everywhere. How does it do this?
Alright, well I guess let's continue on here. I think they pretty much just trained us how to use this little attachment thingy.
Closed. Maybe this device I found can help. More lights. A shape. It's connected to the door somehow. Changed color. The door changed color too.
Alright, through the door.
It did it. What's that?
Oh,
It's got a device.
another dead body.
Like the one I found.
Alright, I think I have to look at it with my focus thing. Yep, there we go.
This way? It's the best I can do. He's right behind you. Hi! Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man. Look, Daddy can't be there with you and Mom, but we can still have a party, right? Sure we can.
Show me. Show me again.
Take him too. He's right behind you. Hi!
Hi.
Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
Alright, though.
Daddy can't be there with
Why
you.
don't we move on to a little camera recorded gameplay now? Alright, let's get some camera recorded gameplay. Turn some HDR on now as well. And I'm actually surprised. The game actually does look quite a bit better. Doesn't run quite as smoothly as the old game did, but what do we expect? It's a brand new game. Well, not a brand new game, but, you know, remastered. So, it's got better graphics and stuff. Of course, it's not going to get the same FPS. However, This one seems to have a little bit more stutters, probably due to the higher graphics. Now, bone stock, it was like ultra performance, everything on low, and we got like 38 average.
Why did they
But it
die
looked quite
here?
crappy even on the screen.
What
But
happened to them?
at the same time, I still think I would just play the original game on these. This might look a little better and whatnot, but the other one got much more playable FPS.
He found me.
Now, luckily we get playable FPS most of the time.
Down here.
Well, at least in this cave system, that's why I want to get the heck out of here. See what we get out on the surface world.
Come, girl. Take my hand. You don't belong down there. Come.
So yeah, I would rather have slightly worse graphics and playable frame rates on something like this, but that's just me.
The metal world. What is that on your face?
Nothing.
Did you find it down there?
Maybe. No.
Give it to me.
Never!
No.
Aloy. Such things are dangerous.
No!
I would say lock it to 30 for smoother gameplay, but since we still drop under 30 at times, it's still gonna, you know, feel stuttery and laggy.
You need to know how to survive.
But who
in the
knows?
wild.
Maybe there's people out here that see this and they're like, nope, I could handle all that, that's fine.
Home now.
And that's why I make these videos. Some people might think this is completely unplayable, some people might think this is fine. Me, like I said, I'd just play the old game on here if I had a hankering to play it again. But I figured, since a few people wanted to see how this ran on a few different systems, I figured, screw it. Let's just start on the weakest system I have. And I will admit, it still looks better than the old system. But
All these shapes. What do they mean?
means it's time to get to bow training.
Take your bow.
Bow?
And enough muttering to that plaything. We descend to the valley now. Follow. The wilds can be dangerous, Aloy. You will need to stay close and do as I say.
I know.
Now.
Though I
you're
will
still
admit,
scratched
it's
up
kind of
from
cool that a
falling
little
into
handheld
yesterday.
device can even play a
let's
game
start
like
there.
that's this
Take
graphic
this medicine
intensive at
brush.
all at any
I'll show you
graphic
how to
settings,
fill it.
you know? Like the Switch was
See
neat when
this
it first
part
came out,
over
but
here?
it was pretty
It's called
underpowered
South
then.
Brush. Come,
Can't wait for the
gather
Switch
its
2 to
berries.
see how powerful that is.
Aloy, come now. Gather
Oh yeah,
the
that's right.
berries.
He wants me to gather the stuffs. We'll gather the stuffs.
I told you. Gather the berries.
No. I don't want to.
Good. Now eat the berries.
Now eat the berries.
They may taste bitter, but they can save your life. Always keep your pouch full of medicinal berries, flowers, and plants.
Where are we?
This valley is just a part of All Mother's embrace.
Embrace.
The Nora tribe watches these lands and keeps out the most dangerous machines. Usually.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the giant stutters, this would be very playable. Like right now, it's being very playable. I could play this no problem right now. And on this HDR screen, it actually looks really nice. Especially with the sun and all that stuff coming down.
Find a herd of machines, and I will teach you how to hunt.
Are they
So,
dangerous?
I think there's probably a lot of people that actually would find this just plain.
Their power must be
playable enough.
respected. But I will be beside you.
I mean, there are people on the Switch that are already playing, you know, the Zelda games at like dropping down to like teens. So, let's crouch.
Now stay
But
low.
I don't like when it drops down into the 20s. It's no
Such
fun.
machines are called
Definitely kind of
watchers.
jarring.
You must learn to
Still
look
playable,
with your
but
gaze. If you are
definitely
to
takes a
survive,
little bit out of the game every time it does that. At least in my
stay
opinion.
close and do as I do.
But some people might not give a
Stay
shit.
still
And I mean, most people aren't playing with a frame rate counter on anyway.
Now keep low and follow me across the trail to that tall grass. Oh, another one. Let it pass. Come, back this way. The slower you move, the quieter you'll be. And crouched walking is quieter than upright. Wait for it. That's the last of them. Let's move on. You did well. They didn't see or hear you. Now stay close. That herd should be just ahead.
Alright though, I think that's probably good for camera recorded gameplay, so why don't we go ahead and go wrap this video on up. Well alright guys, that's a wrap for Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered, and it actually did better than I thought it was going to do. At the start, I thought it was going to be like a 12 FPS kind of dealio with everything low and all that, but it was actually pretty playable. Funny enough, with everything on low and FSR on balance, or like what was it? It was performance, ultra performance, the most performance you can get out of FSR. And I compared that to what I got on the original Steam Deck with the game on favor quality, and they pretty much match. But this still looks slightly better, but the other game ran much smoother. So at the end of the day, you gotta decide what you want. Do you want a game to run smoother? If that's the case, just stick with the old game. If you can deal with these huge stutters and whatnot, but you like the better looks of this game, then spend the 10 bucks and upgrade. That's what I would do. But me, I think I would probably just play the old game because I don't really like all these stutters and whatnot. So me, I would just stick with the old game and not spend the 10 bucks to upgrade. At least on the Steam Deck. Maybe my attitude will change on some of the other systems, but I severely doubt it. Until I start getting to maybe the Asus G15 Advantage and whatnot. Then we might get into the same problem where that ran the old game pretty damn great. Maybe even maxed out with playable FPS. Doubt it'll play this game maxed out, but we'll see. But first, we must do the Ally X. But to do that, we must end this video. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.